Hey, my name is Shadowsense, and you're watching Sakura Spirit. So now, I can't remember what happened last time, damn it. Anyway, let's just jump in. The two guards who had just returned from patrolling the area found their village in uproar. Chaos reigned supreme as villagers fled their homes screaming about some monster that had appeared at the marketplace. Armed with their weapons, the two rushed off to deal with the threat. Excuse me, damn. Oh, fuck, what's her voice? Damn it. Another attack so soon? First those crafty fox crooks sneak in, twice, and now this? Hikage, report, what is it this time? Several shop owners report seeing the same girl enter their shops, take food, and eat it without paying. Afterwards, she seemed to turn see-through and, melt away. She was reported nearby, but One? How can one girl cause this much havoc? Those useless guardsmen. Hikage, come with me. We will deal with this one girl ourselves. I don't know if I can. What do you mean? Oh, a spirit, right. Narumi, I need you to ensure that no one gets near. I'm trusting you with this. Much to the relief of Narumi, the katana-wielding girl approached a nearby shop which had a crowd of people gathered around it. Devious monster, show yourself this instant. Surrender yourself and I might let you go free. However, the moment she tried to enter the building, a large pink mass surged outwards, knocking her back onto the ground. Mio! In the shadow of a nearby building, a figure could be seen rustling about. Upon closer inspection, it turned out to be a girl seemingly occupied downing several bottles of sake before she dropped them and turned to look at the person who had interrupted her. When she finally moved into the light, it became clear that she wasn't a villager, but a girl covered in slime from head to toe. Nice. I spilled that tasty drink because you surprised me. Now I'm sad. What the? You are not welcome here, spirit. You have caused chaos and the tasty drink, as you said, was not yours. You are a thief and a nuisance. Leave immediately. I'm not a thief. And what's a nuisance? You're just trying to act like a smarty pants because I don't know those fancy words. Typical. Means you are a bother. You don't belong here. Liar. The forest is my home and this place is part of the forest. Therefore, I'm not a thief. Everything in the forest belongs to me and my sisters, including you. What do you mean? Don't try anything funny, spirit. I fought against your kind before and I still stand strong here today. Hikage, evacuate the people. I'm trying for voices, but I can't remember what voice I gave to Mio. Seems like the human girl wants to play. Do not belittle my ability to defend this village. Ha! The girl lunged forward with her katana drawn and slashed through the spirit's body. However, the part that was sliced through sealed up almost as quickly, rendering the attack completely ineffective. Haha, that tickles. With the sword stuck inside the slime girl's body, the spirit quickly lashed forward, spraying several jets of a slimy substance at the female guard, who soon discovered that her clothes began to melt away. Let's see how confident you are without your sword. And clothes. Humming the last part with a childish playfulness, the slime girl pushed the swordswoman down onto the grass. The slime had been splattered onto her, starting to harden, causing her to stick to the ground. Words is hard. Ooh. Screenshot? What the? Let me go, cheater, devious fiend. You're the one who tried to use the sword against me. Don't you know that girls like me can easily avoid such things? Besides, this way I can continue eating in peace. Now, be a good girl and stay there while I grab some more yummies. Never. I will not rest until you have been vanquished. Damn you. I just could try to go Scud from Drunks and Dragons, just with like a generic anime protagonist voice. It's useless. Once my slime hardens, a puny human like you won't be able to break out of it, especially one who's powerless without a sharp stick. I assure you, I am more than just a monkey with a sharp stick. You will never break my stamina. You will not make me silent. Arg. Mio struggled, clenching her fists in an effort to try and free herself. The slime cracked here and there, but nothing indicated that it was ready to yield. Yes, yes, you are stuck, monkey, but you're kind of loud. It's giving me a headache. The slime girl playfully tapped her forehead as Mio continued her desperate attempts to break free. Just answer me this! Why do you spirits target us? You could go anywhere. You could spend your days hidden deep within your forest, and yet you constantly attack us. Constantly throw our lives around like they were nothing. But the forest is boring. There isn't anyone around to play with aside from my sisters. You humans are such a curious bunch. But it's no fun when you all raise your swords, torches, and pitchforks whenever we visit. You know what else isn't fun? Having to rebuild our homes every time you visit. We do not want our lives ruined every time that you're feeling bored and wish to play. We are not toys, you monster. We are humans, proud and wise. Strong beings with souls and minds. We will not stand idly as you terrorize our people. I'm not too sure about pride and strength. You do realize that if it wasn't for my slime, you'd be giving the villagers a show they wouldn't soon forget, don't you? That's not... You're the one who... My clothes are... That's not important right now. If it wasn't for this goo, I would still have my clothes on. Fiend, monster, bratty little thing. Oh god, I need a drink. That voice hurts. Oh, so you want me to remove my slime? I guess you are kind of annoying, with your nagging and all. Maybe I need to punish you a bit. The slime girl smiled mischievously at Mio as the slime that covered the girl started to compress, almost painfully so. This is nothing compared to what this village has had to endure. Ugh. I only came by to get some yummies. You're the one who decided to make a show of it. You took from many shops without paying for it. Ugh. Actually, maybe I should wrap you up in a cocoon and drag you back to my home. Is that how you spell cocoon? Anyway. Then I won't have to visit the village to play with someone. If that's what it takes, I would do anything to protect this village and the people in it. If you promise me that you will not return to the village, then... You aren't exactly in any position to make demands. Stop, you can't go in there. There they are! Maiko-chan, go, use your magic! Right! The sound of running footsteps came from the crowd, when suddenly the slime girl felt her body growing warmer. A small flame sparks seemingly floating around her body, causing her body to slowly melt. At the same time, from amidst the crowd, 3 figures appeared to keep the slime girl from her prey. 2 fox spirits, one muttering an incantation of sorts, while the other was holding some sort of ritualistic staff. Trailing behind them was a naginata-wielding guard, accompanied by a young man. And that's Abi, or Takahiro. Please, Narumi-san, we're trying to help. I don't want to have to stop you. If you think you can save Mio, then okay. Just know that if any funny business goes down, I will chop your head clean off. Right. I hope the girls know what they're doing. Sakura, what are you doing here? You, fox! While the slime girl was being distracted by the fox spirits, I ran over to Mio's side, using all my strength to pull at the slime that covered her. However, all I seemed to manage was a slight tear. Freeing the girl was clearly going to take a while. They're here to help, so use your energy for something useful, like getting rid of this damn slime. Ah, Machiko, you've come to play as well? Please, tell your sister to stop her spell. It feels rather tingly. Maiko, keep up the good work. No, Sakura, I've not come to play. You are a fool, a bubble-brained moron. Why are you harassing the villagers? If you wanted food, you know you could have just come to the mansion. Meanie Machiko, you can't tell me what to do. Not to mention, the food from the village is tastier than the fruit at your place. Besides, I wanted to play with them a bit. But then they started screaming and this monkey girl with her sharp stick tried to scare me away. I will not stand for these insults. Just you wait until I am free. Oni-sama, the spell is almost done. If I keep going on, it might... Just a little more, little one. Sakura, I do not wish for this to end this way. You know what will happen if Maiko's spell is allowed to continue. You might get stuck in your midget form for a long time, and I'm certain you do not want that. Leave this village, please. You're going to melt me? That's unfair. My sisters won't be happy to hear Machiko and Maiko sided with the silly humans, when all I was doing was having some fun. I'll be back. And with those words, the slime girl melted into a pool of water and soon disappeared from sight. Once the slime girl had disappeared from the village, I succeeded in tearing off the slime that covered Mio. If you hear of what sounds like a lawnmower, there are people outside working, so doing yard work. Just ignore it. However, as the slime shattered into a million of tiny pieces, Mio was left without any form of cover, causing me to quickly cover my eyes. Don't you dare look at me! Scrambling to her feet, the girl rushed away, most likely in search of a change of clothes. With the slime girl gone, the villagers turned towards the fox spirits with confused gazes. The tension in the air was thick. No one knew what to expect. Finally, a familiar figure emerged from within the crowd. It's a pleasure to finally meet you again, Takahiro-kun, even if the circumstances could have been better. What are you saying, Elder? The man is clearly in cahoots with the spirits. Wait a second, these girls just wanted to help. Oni-sama, my head hurts. It's okay, dear. I'm here. Just hold on to me tightly. I'll protect you, and so will Taka-kun. It's a trap! Silence! How dare you act with such hostility towards those who just saved your lives? The crowd seemed rather startled by the firmness of the old man's voice, but soon obeyed, some of them feeling rather ashamed all of a sudden. It is clear that you and your companions did not come here with ill intentions, Takahiro-kun. I must ask you to forgive the people for their nervousness and hostility. As you have most likely noticed, contact between the spirits and humans has been rather problematic at best. I understand their concern, but will you at least hear me out? Very well, if that's what you desire, then it will be the least we can do for those who have helped save the village upon this day. However, let us wait for the chief to return. I believe it will be important for her to hear what you have to say. I'll go find her, Oji-sama. Feeling grateful that the elder had granted me the chance to carry out my plan, we waited for Mio to return. Thankfully, the elder brought us somewhere private where Machiko could tend to Maiko without the villagers looking on in contempt. How many times am I gonna have to say it? I'm sorry! I froze, okay? I panicked. Your sword is stronger than my naginata. What was I even going to accomplish by... That is unacceptable! I will reprimand... What are those creatures doing here, Elder-sama? This is highly unorthodox! She is highly unorthodox. Shh, Maiko-chan. These are our guests, Tsukino Dono. You shall treat them with the respect they deserve. Now take a seat and listen to their tale. That is in order. Also look at their tails. They're nice and fluffy. I understand, Elder-sama. First and foremost, let me express my gratitude for helping save this village. Oh, this is gonna be just killer on my throat, switching back and forth between Mio and the Elder. Oh, it's gonna kill me. While Tsukino Dono's brave attempt to stop the spirit allowed us to prevent further damage, I fear that her fate would have been much worse had the spirit been allowed to continue its rampage. Therefore, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for saving Tsukino Dono and the village, Takahiro-kun, as well as you, the fox spirits. No problem, Tsuchian told us to do it, besides Sakura's stupid smelly meanie pants. We humbly accept your gratitude, Elder-sama. Narumi-chan, Tsukino Dono. Thank you, Maiko-san. Machiko-san. You really helped us there. You've got more guts than me. That girl had me terrified. Have you not considered that they may be working together with that monster, and that this is all just a ruse to sneak into the village and steal what little resources we have left? The elder sighed before his gaze sharpened, his tone surprisingly stern in comparison to how he had just been talking. His voice was so harsh that both girls visibly flinched at the sound of it. Mio, you seem to be underestimating the power of the spirits. If those three had joined forces, there would possibly be no village left to defend. The man sighed deeply, shaking his head before continuing. You should be grateful. We would not stand a chance if all spirits were to conspire against us. Do I need to remind you that we can barely stand our ground against even one of them? Elder-sama, you must understand, due to my situation, I simply cannot pretend to be friends with the spirit, not after everything they have done to us. But, for now, I will at least remain silent on the matter. There is more at stake here than my personal feud. Know this, Fox Spirits. If I find either of you doing anything suspicious, I will personally find out whether my sword goes through you as ineffectively as it did that monster. Thank you, coffee, for healing my throat.
There shall be no talk of such things within this house. Now, Takahiro-kun, you mentioned you wanted to tell us something. Could it be related to your younger companion's comment? I find it curious to hear her mention the name of an old spirit such as Sayuri.
Actually, what I'm about to tell is something I learned directly from her.
You mean you met her in person?
I nodded my head firmly. There's a reason behind the spirit's attitude towards humans, and doesn't it strike you as odd that there are only spirits within this particular area?
It is true that there has been no spirit sightings outside of this region, but what does that have to do with us?
It has something to do with this region, apparently. You see, the spirits here aren't from this world.
You mean to say...
Taka-kun, what are you saying? We are spirits, but surely we are still of this world.
Oni-sama, what does that mean?
Sayuri told me that you probably wouldn't remember it because of how young you were when it happened. But the spirits have a world of their own. Some accident caused both worlds to merge temporarily.
Then, why aren't there more spirits around?
The whole thing was apparently dealt with before it got out of hand, but a few spirits became trapped here. Machiko-san, Maiko-chan, and 4 other spirits were unfortunate enough to get stuck here. I think Sayuri willingly came here to watch over them. You remember being with Sayuri for a while, don't you?
That's none of your business. Su-chan took care of us for a little while, but then she took us to the mansion and sort of just left us there. Now we can only visit her when she wants us to.
What about these 4 other spirits?
Even though she's a powerful spirit, Sayuri has to follow certain rules. Because of that, she wasn't able to reach the other spirits.
I do not know what to say. I need a moment. Might I use another room to compose myself? I'll show you. I can take you somewhere. And, look after you, to make sure you don't do anything fiendish and all that. Come on, Machiko-san, this way.
When Machiko and Narumi left the room, I sighed and turned my focus back on the conversation. No, about the, panty theft.
Ah, right, they did seem rather adamant about getting their hands on those for some reason. What was the purpose of that? Surely those girls have undergarments of their own?
It was a simple mistake. I needed a maiden silk for my spell. How was I supposed to know that it was something other than silky things girls wear?
It was all a misunderstanding. None of them knew that maiden silk is another term for wedding sash. Innocent, huh? If they really thought that, they could have just used their own.
Yeah, that's where you're wrong. Oni-sama and I don't have any.
Oh, clicked out of the window. You two...
I think we should move on to a different matter.
Yeah, moving on. Sayuri suggested that we find a way to help you guys out. If we can make you trust us, we figured that maybe you would make us the sash.
But why would you need such an item?
Boo, silly man, I already told you I need it for a spell.
Maiko-chan, this guy isn't a magician. He doesn't know what you're talking about. Basically, Maiko-chan has been researching a spell that would allow her to travel to another realm.
Why would she desire such a power?
That's loud and right outside my window. Sorry about that. Actually, I think I'll end the episode here. It's been about 20 minutes, so thank you guys so very much for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this one, please consider subscribing. And until then, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.